There is something about the enemies to lovers trope that always pulls us in. The tension, the unspoken attraction, and the way two people who once couldn't stand each other slowly start to care. And when it comes to Chinese BL dramas, this trope takes on a deeper, more emotional layer. Because in Chinese drama, love between two men isn't always shown outright. It's hidden under gaze, unspoken loyalty, and emotional battles that say more than words ever could. That's exactly what I want to make this video. Today we're diving into Chinese BL dramas that perfectly capture the enemies to lovers dynamic, stories filled with rivalry, revenge, and emotional healing that eventually turns into something beautiful. So let's get started. Let's start with Addicted in 2016. You can't talk about Chinese BL without mentioning Addicted. This is the drama that started it all. The one that broke barriers and hearts at the same time. At the beginning, Guhai and Bailoyin are anything but friends. Guhai is rebellious, arrogant, and stubborn, while Bailoyin is quiet, disciplined, and emotionally guarded. They're forced together by fate in a complicated family situation, and from that moment on, their relationship becomes battlefield. What makes Addicted so special is how real it feels. The arguments, the jealousy, the physical fights, everything burns with teenage intensity. Yet underneath all that chaos, there is warmth, protection, and care. Their rivalry becomes affection, their anger becomes connection. Even though the series was tragically cut short due to censorship, Addicted remains a symbol of raw chemistry and emotional storytelling. It's one of the most iconic enemies to lovers journey in the beer world. It's chaotic, passionate, and unforgettable. Next, Stay With Me in 2023. If Addicted was the storm, Stay With Me is the calm after. A spiritual successor that gives us the same tension, but in a more mature way. We follow Suyu, a disciplined student who seems to have his life together, and Woobi, a reckless troublemaker who suddenly becomes part of his family. The first few interactions is constant fighting. Woobi loves to provoke while Suyu just wants peace. But what begins as annoyance soon turns into understanding. The way Stay With Me handles the transition from hostility to care is what makes it stand out. It's slow, natural, and deeply emotional. Every little act, Woobi protecting Suyu from bullies, Suyu secretly worrying about him, builds a foundation of quiet love. And what I love about this drama is that it shows how enemies to lovers isn't always about war. Sometimes it's about learning to lower your walls and let someone in. It's tender, heartwarming, and layered with subtle emotion, a modern Chinese BL done beautifully. Now we have Revenge Love in 2025. The title itself already tells us what kind of story we're walking into. Revenge and love, two emotions that often blur together in the most destructive yet addictive ways. The story follows Wu Suwei, a man born into a poor family who's tired of being looked down on, especially by his rich ex-girlfriend. She constantly insulted him for not being good enough, so after breakup, he decided to change his life and start his own business. But fate has other plans, because he keeps running into Chi-Cheng, the spoiled heir of a wealthy family. Things even get crazier when Wu Suwei finds out that his ex is now dating Chi-Cheng. Angry and hurt, he makes a plan for revenge. He's going to seduce Chi-Cheng himself. At first, it's all a game for Wu Suwei. He doesn't have feelings for men and only wants to hurt his ex. But as time goes on, he starts to fall for Chi-Cheng for real. And that's where the story becomes emotional. The man who starts everything out of anger begins to feel real love, and the line between revenge and romance disappear. Advance Bravely in 2017. Now this one gives us a mix of action, rivalry, and emotional intensity. Advance Bravely follows Xiaoyao, a former soldier who's strong-willed and independent, and Yuan Zhong, an ex-special force officer who becomes his protector. Their dynamic starts with resistance, Xia Yao finds Yuan Zhong's attention intrusive, while Yuan Zhong hides his growing affection behind his stoic demeanor. There is physical tension, humor, and moments of deep emotion that make their journey feel alive. The series beautifully captured that classic enemies to lovers rhythm, misunderstanding, challenge, and slow realization. Yuan Zhong's quiet persistence and Xiao's gradual softening show how love can form in unexpected places, not from instant attraction, but from trust and shared battle. Even though it was also affected by censorship, Advance Bravely remains one of the strongest examples of character chemistry and emotional growth in the genre. Next up, we have Word of Honor in 2021. This drama feels like a perfect mix of action and romance. Word of Honor tells the story of Zhou Jisoo, a man who lives his dark life as an assassin, and Wen Kexing, a mysterious man filled with secret and revenge. At first, they don't trust each other. Wen Kexing plays games, and Zhou Jisoo just wants peace. But as they travel together, they slowly open up. They start teasing each other, saving each other, and building a bond that feels real and deep. Their chemistry is electric, full of witty banter, philosophical dialogue, and quiet affection hidden under layers of danger and pain. Both characters are broken in their own way, and instead of healing separately, they choose to face their demons together. What I love about Word of Honor is how it balances intensity and tenderness. It's action-packed but emotionally grounded, with every episode peeling back another layer of their bond. It's not just about two men finding love, it's about finding peace in someone who understands your pain. Now we have Beloved Enemy in 2015. This one takes place in the business world, which makes it even more interesting. The story follows Gu Qingpei, a smart, successful businessman, and Yuan Yang, a rich, hot-headed young man who is forced to work for him. Their relationship starts as a pure hate. Yuan Yang doesn't like being ordered around, and Gu Qingpei enjoys challenging him. But after spending time together, they start to respect each other. Yuan Yang learns patience, and Gu Qingpei finds comfort in his energy. Their fight slowly turns into flirting, and their rivalry becomes connection. Beloved Enemy shows that sometimes love grows in the middle of competition, and that's what makes it so fun to watch. The last one is The Untamed in 2019. Now, this is a masterpiece that transcends BL boundaries. The Untamed is one of the most beautiful Chinese dramas ever made. It's based on the Danmei novel Mo Dao Juxi, and while it doesn't show direct romance, the love between Wei Wuxian and Lang Wangji is undeniable. They start as opposite. Wei Wuxian is carefree, loud, and full of life, while Lang Wangji is quiet, strict, and follow every rule. At first, they completely clash. Their beliefs are different, and their paths lead them in opposite direction. But as the story goes on, their bonds become unbreakable. Even when the whole world turns against Wei Wuxian, Lan Wangji stays loyal to him. Their connection goes beyond friendship. It's love built on respect, sacrifice, and a deep emotional trust. It's a slow, poetic, and heartbreaking journey, an enemies to lovers story written between the lines, told through music, glance, and sacrifice. The enemies to lovers trope will always be one of the most exciting parts of the BL dramas. It's not just about hate turning into love, but it's about understanding, forgiveness, and finding connection where you least expect it. From wild revenge plot to the Untamed quiet devotion, each of these dramas shows a different way love can grow out of conflict. So which one of these drama enemies to lovers drama is your favorite? Or is there one you think I should add to the list? Tell me in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.